One jump, and he does it, and DrPP is going to clear the second stage. It'll be a first since Tournament 7. Lights and sounds. But Ninjas has beaten the second stage. You got this. Come on. And he does it! Realitypales beats the second stage. Alright, doing the each jump nicely. And Repo does it! He's beaten the second stage again. Welcome back to Ninja Warrior of Roblox. Last time we wrapped up Stage 2. This time we'll begin and then wrap up Stage 3. Stage 1 narrowed the 100 competitors down to 12, and then Stage 2 narrowed the 12 down to 4. The third stage. It consists of the 7 most brutal obstacles on the whole course. In the last tournament, only one competitor took on this stage. But in this tournament, that same competitor is back and is joined by 3 other competitors. All 4 attempting the stage are the stars of Ninja Warrior of Roblox. This stage 3 is mostly unchanged, but they'll have to start off by taking on a brand new first obstacle, the double rumbling dice. Much like the rumbling dice from tournaments 6 and 7, but now there are 2 of them. Competitors will have no time limit on the stage. They simply just have to beat it. Can any of these 4 strong competitors defeat the currently undefeated Stage 3? Let's find out as we head back down to the course where the competition is about to continue and then soon conclude. First one on to take on Stage 3 is rising star DrPP. He's taken on the third stage for the first time since Tournament 10. This is his second overall attempt at the third stage. Last time he failed the second obstacle by merely slipping. That was the second version of the pillar path, I guess. Anyway, here he goes. He shall be the first to attempt the new double rumbling dice. You gotta rumble the dice. Like in the previous version, you gotta rumble at least 3 times. And you gotta make sure they reach the marks. This time they're yellow as opposed to red from the previous version. But either way, you gotta rumble them at least 3 times before you can advance. Or rumble at least 3 times before they reach the marks, then you can advance. But DrPP already did that with the first set, and now he's on to the second die. This obstacle requires concentration and timing. Alright, he's past it. Now he's gonna take on the gaping flags. As like before, gotta jump at the right spots in order to get each jump right. He's on to the third flag now. It's one of the most trickiest of them all, but he's nailed it and he's past the gaping flags. Going straight for the cycling road. Doing it sideways, that's okay. There's Boompay watching him in the background, cheering him on, and he's past it. Now for the mega incline cliffhanger. Repo took on this obstacle and beated it. Let's see how DrPP does. Getting through it quickly and nicely, past all the 90-degree turns. Last ledge, and he's made it! No, doesn't break at all for the jumping bar. Being on second bar, he's on the third bar now. He's beating Repo, and it's short-lived. Well, let's look at the replay. He became the second competitor to take on the Mega Incline Cliffhanger and beat it. And he did get farther than Repo did on the jumping bars, getting to the third bar. Then somehow he just undershot the jump to the last bar, and he's out on the jumping bars. But he did get 1 step further than Repo did. Just a bit. Anyway, now we're on to the only new star of the course, Ninjas for Life 55, who is also taking on for the third stage for his first time, this time since Tournament 7. And like DrPP, this is his second overall attempt at the third stage. Last time he was at the stage, he beat it. However, this stage 3 is much harder than the third stage he took on in Tournament 7. But it did have the previous version of this obstacle, the rumbling dice, and now it's double rumbling dice. which really isn't that much different from the original rumbling dice, except now there are 2 of them. And I guess, debatably, smaller tracks, but that's beside the point. Also, it's not easy to, slip through the rumbling dice, but it is possible. It's just not very easy considering how small the dice are. Alright, but he's already passed the first. Yeah, you can land on the red stopper there. That's mainly there to make sure the dice doesn't roll off the track if you get all the way to the end. Anyway, Ninjas is doing very nicely, rumbling each die nicely. And like I said, they have to rumble at least 3 times. And then you can drag it on, but that's another reason why the die is so small, so that makes it difficult for you to drag it the rest of the way. It also makes it difficult to rumble it the way you want it to, but that's why you gotta pay attention, make sure it reaches the yellow mark before you can advance. Which he did. Yeah, he was having a hard time, getting it to roll into the marks, as the die didn't want to do that, but he was paying attention. Now he's onto the gaping flags. Taking his time, making sure he doesn't slide off. These flags can get very slippery if you're not careful. Slippery if you're not careful. What did I say? But he's past the gaping flags. Now for Cycling Road. He sure is taking his time. Alright. On the first one. Oh. Just trying to get to the right mark to make each jump, because that's what you gotta do here. Alright. Trickiest bit of them all, to jump to this last cycle. And oh, he just missed the mark. Let's get a replay of that. See, he was taking it quite a while to position himself at the right spot to make the jump to the final wheel, but he was just off the mark and ended up undershooting it. And Ninjas for Life 55 is the first victim of Cycling Road. Now is the King and Ninja Warrior of Roblox and the 2-time Grand Champion, Realitypales, taking on the 3rd stage for the first time since Tournament 10, much like DrPP. And this is a record 7th time he's taking on the stage, making him the most experienced competitor on Stage 3. He's attended Stage 3 more times than any other competitor has. He has beaten this stage 2 times before, and both times he's beaten the stage, he's achieved total victory, which is why he's the 2-time Grand Champion. Now let's see if he can do it again. If there's really anyone that you can count on to beat Stage 3, it surely should be this guy. And quickly through the rumbling dice. I should know because he's the one who made this obstacle. That's right, this obstacle wasn't made by me, it was made by this guy right here. So surely he should have no problem on his own obstacle. There's also another obstacle somewhere on this course that was made by someone else, but we'll get to that at the end of the episode. Anyway, he's past the double rumbling dice. Now for the gaping flags. And he's through it nicely. Alright, he's doing a good job. Now for Cycling Road. He did tell me beforehand this is one of the obstacles he fears the most. Taking his time, preparing for that jump. And there he goes. 1 jump to go. Oh. There he goes. He's caught it and he's on it. And he's beaten Cycling Road, taking no time off to take on the Mega Incline Cliffhanger. It's got 4 90-degree jumps. Got in the first one. Can you do the second? Yep. 2 more to go. Here's jump number 3. Just walks onto it. He's on the 4th one. 2 ledges to go. Can he make it? Yes, he does! He hangs on and has beaten the cliffhanger. Alright. He's on the jumping bars. No one's beaten this obstacle yet. Can he Realitypales be the first? He's on the 2nd bar. He's got an interesting technique onto it. He's on the 3rd bar. Can he make the jump to the last one? Taking his time. Yes! And he's done it! Realitypales has become the first competitor to beat the jumping bars, and now he's the first to take on the hang climb. Getting through it nicely. And he's done it! Now he's on to the final obstacle, the bar dropper. You gotta latch onto the bar, then get enough speed to make it to the 2nd half. And he does! Oh no! Oh, he was so close! Oh no! Oh, let's look at the replay. Oh, he had interesting technique for the jumping bars after becoming the 3rd competitor to beat the cliffhanger, and that technique ended up paying off as he became the first competitor to defeat the jumping bars, and he was the first to attempt the new hang climb, and was the first to defeat that, then became the first to attempt the bar dropper. And he had the right technique and the correct speed to make it the second half of the obstacle, but then somehow he lost his grip near the end and fell out of contention. Wow, Real, you almost had it there. What happened?
I had it for like a split second, and then I just dropped.
Oh man, you were just so close to clearing the third stage, but still did great anyways, man. This definitely proves that you definitely have what it takes to get back to the final stage, at least.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm really happy for you what you did, and congrats on your performance. We hope to see you next tournament. You know you'll do well next time.
Yeah.
And just like that, we are down to just one competitor. And for the second tournament in a row, he is the last man standing. Can he avenge his 99 fallen comrades and defeat Stage 3? Let's find out as we head back down to the course one more time, where he shall have his rematch with the third stage. And here he is for Repo, taking on the third stage for his second time in a row. And for the second tournament in a row, he is the last man standing, and he's the second rising star of the course. All hopes of defeating on this course now lie on his shoulders. Again. This is his third overall attempt at Stage 3. Last time he was here, he achieved a personal best, getting to the 5th obstacle Stage 3, which is the jumping bars. Now let's see if he can achieve a new personal best today. He'll have to first get past the double rumbly dice, and there's Aussie Bro in the background, cheering him on, hoping that he does well. And he's got a nice rhythm going, rumbling that dice. Oh. I say, you really gotta watch your movement and how the die rolls. Alright, let's pass the first die. Now for the second one. Oh, he's dragging it. You can drag it, but it's gotta rumble at least 3 times. There he goes. Getting in nicely. Rumbling. Oh no, what's he doing? Oh no!
Disqualified!
No, no, no! On the double rumbling dice, you have to get each die either on or past the yellow marks. But as you can see here, he didn't realize the second die was on the yellow marks. He was close, but just missed the mark. Oh no. He was doing so well, but it looks like got in the moment. It looked like he was going to make it past the yellow marks, but he wasn't paying attention. Though if you look at the rest of this run, he ended up undershooting the jump to the last flag on the gaping flags we're about to see in a second. But unfortunately though, because he didn't get the die past the yellow marks on the double rumbling dice, his Stage 3 rung is counted as disqualification on the double rumbling dice. And Repo is out early on the third stage. Well, with that shocking, disappointing failure, we have come to the end of Tournament 13. 100 competitors tried. And though we've had 12 competitors advance to the second stage, 8 of them were undefeated by the brutal obstacles. But out of the 12, 4 managed to conquer the obstacles and advance to the third stage. Realitypales holds the top spot for getting to the last obstacle, Stage 3, followed by DrPP, Ninjas for Life 55, and the other 20 consist of the people who made the second stage, GRXM for timing up, mostly by the Great Wall, but timing on the Fine Climb officially, followed by the people who got to the Bungee Bridge on Stage 1. The tournament has come to an end with Realitypales, the king of Ninja Warrior Roblox, getting the top performance of this tournament, getting to the last obstacle. This just goes to show that Stage 3 can be beaten, just not today. That should give our next 100 competitors hope in the next tournament, as 100 new challengers will rise up to take on the Tournament 14 course, which shall feature changes from both Stage 1 and Stage 2. Do any of them have what it takes to conquer the obstacles to advance to Stage 3, and then hopefully become the first competitor to beat it to advance to the new final stage? Well, you'll have to stick around to find out. But before we get to that tournament, we have a special event that shall be happening in before Tournament 14. So you have to stick around to watch that. But until that time comes, make sure you go check out some of my other videos. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for more great videos besides Ninja War Roblox. And all that good stuff. And if you'd like to find out how to compete in a future tournament, make sure you follow me on Twitter to get all updates and info on how you can compete in a future tournament. Music used in this episode is in the description below. Special thanks to Logie Bear, aka Bubbly2011, for the intro, outro, graphics, timer, and sound effects used in the show. Special thanks to Repo for the flying shoot. That was the obstacle I was talking about. Special thanks to Realitypales for the double rumbling dice. And special thanks to you for watching. And I'll catch you all next time. Till then, ciao peoples.